So next IoT access technology is IEEE 802.11.11ah. See here, Wi-Fi lacks sub-gigahertz supports for the better signal penetration, low power for battery-powered nodes, and the ability to support large number of devices. Okay, for these reasons, this particular IoT access technology is introduced to specify a sub-gigahertz version of Wi-Fi. Okay, so three main use cases of this IoT access technology are sensors and meters covering a smart grid, backhaul aggregation of industrial sensors and metadata, and extended range Wi-Fi. Okay, so now we'll see standardization and alliances with respect to this technology. In July 2010, IEEE 802.11 worked on an industrial Wi-Fi and created this particular group. Okay, and this 802.11ah specification operates in unlicensed sub gigahertz frequency band, which is similar to 802.15.4 and other low power WAN technologies. Okay, and next, the industry organization that promotes Wi-Fi certification and interoperability for 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz products in the Wi-Fi Alliance. Okay, and next, for this technology standard, Wi-Fi Alliance defined a new brand that is called as Wi-Fi Halo. Okay, so next comes the physical layer. It provides an additional 8.2.11 physical layer operating in unlicensed sub-gigahertz bands. That one example is given. That is, various countries and their regions use following bands for IEEE 802.11ah. 868 to 868.6 megahertz for EMIR, 902.928 megahertz and the associated subsets for North America and Asia specific regions, and 314 to 316 megahertz, 430 to 434 megahertz, 470 to 510 megahertz, and 779 to 787 megahertz for China. This is an example given. Now, when it comes to MAC layer, is optimized to support the new sub-gigahertz Wi-Fi physical layer while providing low power consumption and the ability to support large number of endpoints. Okay, enhancement and features specified in this technology are number of devices has been scaled up to 8192 per access point. MAC header has been shortened to allow more efficient communication, and null data packet uh, is extended to cover several control and management frames, grouping and sectorization, which enables an access point to use sector antennas and also group stations. Okay, and then restricted access window is a control algorithm that avoids simultaneous transmission when many devices are present and provides fair access to the wireless network. And the next one is target wait time, which reduces energy consumption by permitting an access point to define times when a device can access the network. The seventh one is speed frame exchange, which enables access point and the end point to exchange frames during a reserved transmit opportunity. So this reduces contention on the medium, minimizes the number of exchanges, which improve channel efficiency and extends battery life by keeping awake times short. Okay, and topology, it deploys star topology. It includes simple hops relay operation to extend its range. Okay, and it allows one device to act as an intermediary and relay data to another. Okay, this relay operation can combine with high transmission rate or modulation and also coding scheme. So this means there is a high transmit rate which is used by relay devices talking directly to the access points. Okay, that is about the topology. there is one more technique used, that is sectorization, that involves partitioning the cover age area into several sectors to get reduced contention within a certain sector. Okay, so this technique, that is sectorization, is useful for limiting collision in cells that have many clients. Sectorization uses an antenna array and beam forming techniques to partition cell covering area. Okay, and this is the topology uh, or the sectorization technique used in topology, that is IEEE 802.11ah sectorization. Okay, sectorized beam and all that explained. Next, when it comes to security, no additional features are added here compared to the compared to other IEEE 802.11 specifications. The protocols which are applicable for this are applicable for IEEE 802.11ah as well. Okay, that's all about this IoT access technology.